Welcome everybody to this live platform stream on a very interesting and I think concerning breaking story. You may or may not have heard of former National MP Matt King. He was the MP for Northland for National from 2017 to 2020. He has this month formed a new political party called Democracy New Zealand. And he spoke at, though was not an organiser for, that very controversial and interesting protest at Parliament. But there's been an interesting development for Matt King today, who of course wants to campaign for the election next year. He got a letter, and Matt King joins us now to tell us about what was in it. Matt, welcome to the platform. So what is this piece of correspondence you've received today?
Well, good evening, Sean, and it's a pleasure to be on the platform for the very first time, and I'm really excited about that for you guys and for the country. So that's a really, really positive development, seeing the platform going live and broadcasting around the country. Today in the mail, I got in registered post to my old address, but not far away from where I live, so I got it. A trespass notice from the parliamentary head of security that answers to Trevor Mallard, that I am trespassed from the Parliament precinct, the grounds and the buildings for a period of 2 years from today.
Was any reason given for that trespass notice?
No, there was an explanatory letter saying that you were just explaining what the trespass notice is, and that I can be arrested if I go onto the grounds. They said that they will review the notice in 12 months' time, and if they decide to withdraw it, they will notify me. But as it stands now, it's for 2 years, which takes me to well after the next election.
Matt, you went and spoke at the protest in February, right?
Yes, I was there on 2 occasions for about a day and a half each time. I spoke to, basically I interviewed a lot of the people there. I did a bit of mainstream media interviews. I appealed for people to be passive and peaceful. I spoke to plenty of policemen that were on site. I never engaged in any active resistance of any kind. In fact, all I did was talk to people while I was there and leave. I was there for a few hours each day, and yeah, there's no justification for this trespass notice.
Hang on. And at no time when you were there at the protest were you approached by parliamentary security or police and warned that you weren't meant to be there?
No, I never heard the word trespass or any documents or any words of any kind the whole time I was there. In fact, when I was there, all it was for me was a carnival atmosphere of good vibes and peacefulness and nice people standing up for what they believe in, and I stood with them. But I never incited anyone. I never encouraged anyone. I made a couple of speeches while I was there, and it was along the lines of supporting them, but passively protesting was the way to go if they wanted to protest.
Were you in any way involved in the organisation of that protest? Did you give it financial support? Did you consult with the people organising it with it, or were you an invited speaker who was not an active participant in the protest itself?
So I had nothing to do with any of the organisation or any of the leadership or anything to do with that at all. In fact, several people that were there just invited me to come down and to speak, and that's what I did, and to show support. But no connection with anything there, and didn't try to be either. I did speak to various people in the organisation there, but no one that I would have considered a leader or even knew about was leading.
It didn't seem to have much real leadership. It was very hard to find who was driving it, Matt. But you're telling us it wasn't you.
It wasn't me. No, I had no part in it, and I didn't organise it. I didn't encourage it. I didn't do anything. I was supportive of the protesters, why they were there. Absolutely, and 100%. And I don't back down from that. I'm supportive of.
And you and I know that probably there's some things about vaccines and everything we don't see eye to eye on, but you were not inciting violence.
No.
You were expressing your honestly held views. And I have to be honest, Matt, I went down to that protest. We covered stuff from the protest. We talked to people there. I'm kind of concerned that I might get one of these letters in the mail saying that I'm banned from Parliament for 2 years as a member of the media. When did you get the letter? When were you aware of this? Just this afternoon, I understand.
It arrived in the mail today it was one of those, had to be handed to me type notices and by my local mailman. And I guess for me, if I get served it, then surely there was other people, Jason Kerrison, Russell Coots, Winston Peters. There was a whole lineup of people that, if they're going to be consistent with their actions, then all these other people that did show up there should be served as well. And I know you were there.
Yeah, I would say that if any of those people are watching and have received a trespass notice, we'd love them to get in touch with us here on the platform, or indeed just on social media. Make it be known that they too have been served. Matt, what is next for you in this situation? And as you attempt to get Democracy New Zealand, get it some profile and obviously campaign for the next election, what impediment does being trespassed from Parliament and banned from those grounds, what does that do for your ability to campaign and engage in a political campaign?
Well, I think it's about the most undemocratic, disgusting, weak, pathetic attempt by this government and Trevor Mallard to suppress democracy. I mean, we're going to register our party this year, and we intended to have a bit of an announcement at Parliament in Wellington, where I have a lot of support. And that was fully intended to be an event, invite the media along and a few invited guests. And
so I want to clarify, you do not yet have 500 financial members, therefore you're not actually registered as a political party just yet.
No, we have well over 3,000 people that have registered interest with us, but we are in the process of registering, because obviously you have to do a process, you have to have signatures, you have to have a proper document for each person. So there is a process, and we're doing it now, but with no shortage of people pledging support. But the process of just registering is
we could call you right now an embryonic political party.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm building the structure from the ground up.
Yeah. What do you do next? Do you appeal to the Speaker? Do you go and grab a lawyer and see what this is all about?
Look, I haven't really given it that much thought. The first thing I did was I wanted to let everyone know what's going on, because I believe that you shine some daylight on the stupidity and this undemocratic behaviour, and they may see this and they may withdraw it, but ultimately, they're not going to stop me coming onto the Parliament grounds at some stage. I'm going to walk on there whether I've been trespassed or not, and because I have that right, and we'll see what happens.
So what are you saying to Trevor Mallard? Come on, arrest me.
Well, I mean, it's a sad day in our country if I can't walk across the Parliament grounds, which I've walked across 1,000 times when I was an MP, for peacefully protesting, and I'm making a concerted effort to get back into Parliament after the next election, and I'll be doing everything I can to do that. So the idea that these guys can trespass me, stop me coming onto the grounds, which is my right, is to me it's unthinkable.
Okay. Are you going to be talking to a lawyer?
Oh, look, I don't know. I'll never say never. I mean, I haven't even thought that far ahead, but I know it's an injustice, and I like to fight injustice. So, I probably will, yes.
And if Trevor Mallard watches this, what would your message to him be? Because clearly he's the guy who was instructed this trespass issue to be order to be issued against you.
Well, they've used the parliamentary people. That's how I know. They've used my last known address, which I've since moved from, so it's not accurate. But I would say Trevor Mallard, his use-by date's well gone. He should hang his head in shame, and he should walk out of there and have someone that has some mana and decency to do his job, because he's not doing it.
Matt, I thank you very much indeed for your time this evening. As I said, if anyone else has been received one of these trespass notices, we would love to hear them, and we're going to watch this issue with interest. Just a message to people too. Today is the day that the platform app has been launched on the Google Play and the Apple App Store. You can go on there, search the platform, and download the app, which will allow you to stream all our content, but most specifically our live radio content. And we go live on the radio at 7 o'clock on Monday, the 9th of May. That is a week from today, 7 o'clock in the morning. The platform is live, and free media, free talkback, and genuine engagement starts then. I thank you all very much indeed for your time.